differential equation here, y prime minus 3y square root of x equals to 0. We're trying to solve for this equation here using separation of variables, okay? So separation of variables again means what? Very simple. We're trying to separate x and y. Those are the two variables that we have here. So y is going to be left on the right side and x is going to be left on the right side. Why? It's because when we solve for this equation here, we end up with y equals to, whatever we're going to have. So that's the reason why we're leaving y on the left side, okay? For no, so there's no apparent reason why, because somebody could have the x on the left, the y on the right, doesn't matter. You're still going to get to the same answer. But just to make things in order and easier for yourself, we're going to leave y on the left side. So we have the differentiation here, the y prime minus 3y square root of x equals to 0. So we want to leave y on the left side and then x to the right side. So if you want to leave y on the right side, what do we do? But remember, we have x on this side already, so that means we're going to get it to the right side. But to get it to the right side, it is connected to negative 3x. So we're going to have to move it to the right side by having positive 3y square root of x. Okay, so you have 3y square root of x. What else can we do? So we can also rewrite y prime as what? dy over dx. So that is equal to 3y square root of x, right? And then we still have y on the right, but we need y on the left, and then we still have also dx on the left, that has to go to the right. So you see how this can be confusing, but it's not that bad, okay? So let's go at it. So we have to cross multiply. So we cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, what's going to happen? So it's going to happen that the y is going to come down here, okay? So which is going to be 1 over y. Then we have the dy. We keep the dy on the left side because we want the y on the left side, okay? And then what's going to happen to this now? So the dx is going to the right side, so we end up with 3 square root of x dx. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is what we have. So now we're solving for y, okay? And we have 1 over y dy here. So how can we get rid of that is by going to the inverse of it, which is then the integral, okay? So the integral on the left side and then the integral on the right side of the equal sign. So basically that's what we have to do, on the left and then on the right side. So then what is the integral of 1 over y? The integral of 1 over y we all know is ln of absolute value of y. So that would give us ln absolute value of y, which is equal to what? Which is then equal to, so we're going to have to find this one as well, but 3 can come out, okay? You can always, bring 3 out. And then what can we do here? We can rewrite square root of x as x to the power 1 over 2. That will make your life a lot easier, okay? To solve for the problem, that will make your life a lot easier to do that. Because then you can apply the formula, right? So you can apply the formula where you have x and, integral of x and dx that is equal to what? X n plus 1 over n plus 1. All right? So we can apply that very easily. But with the square root, sometimes people get confused. So that's the reason why I always tell people whenever you have the square root or the root, always change that into a power. So that is 1 over 2. So then what are we going to have here? So what are we going to have here? So we have ln, then absolute value of y, which is equal to, we still have the 3. So what will be the integral of this one here? So we have our 3 times, and then we have to add 1 over 2 and 1. So what is 1 over 2 and 1? So let's write it down here so that everybody can see what's really happening here. And then don't forget plus c, okay? So the integral of x power 1 over 2, x power 1 over 2 plus 1 over 1 over 2 plus 1. So what would that give you? So then let's go. Absolute value of y. So this one will give us times x 3 over 2 over 3 over 2 plus c. Are you all with me so far? Okay. So let's go at it now. So what is x power 3 over 2 divided by 3 over 2? So we have a fraction at the bottom of the function of the function there. So what's going to happen to it? You can divide, you can change this one, flip it over, it becomes 2 over 3, then you multiply by the top expression. So that's how you get rid of it. So you have ln of absolute value of y equals to 3 times 2 over 3 x 3 over 2 plus c. All right? So the 3 over 2 at the bottom becomes 2 over 3 on the top. All right? So you just flip it over. Now what can happen? These two can be crossed out. Okay? So now you have on the right side 2 times x power 3 over 2 plus a c. Now we're trying to get y by itself. What do we need to do? The inverse, which is the exponential. So exponential ln here, exponential 2, then x 3 over 2, then plus c. All right, so far so good. Then what's going to happen here? These two crossed out, so we have y equals to exponential. Then we have 2. Okay, so then can we change again the x power 3 over 2 into a radical? We can do that. Okay, so that would give us what? That would give us square root of x power 3, then plus c. All right, and what did we say about when we have c over here like that? So that's just the same thing as having exponential 2 square root of 3 of x power 3 times exponential c. And then exponential c, we said exponential c is going to be the same thing as c. All right, so exponential c is just going to be the same thing as c. So we end up with y equals to c exponential 2. Then we have square root of x to the power 3. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be your final answer in this problem. Do it again, go back, check it again. So I'm taking my time right now to do this. But as you get, you become an expert in doing this, now you can move forward very quickly. All right?